Texas Rangers, as we look back at last night, Kyle Seager coming up big. Mariners needed that victory to end a 3-game losing streak, and they get a big hit from Kyle in the first inning.
Well, for Kyle, this is kind of his trademark last year, 2-out RBIs, and he gets up there in the first inning last night, hits a double down the line. You see the deflection off of Moreland's glove, but that will pick up a couple of runs, including Raul Ibanez, who came around and scored from first. So a good start for the Mariners. Needed somebody to clutch up last night. It was Kyle.
Got 3 runs, really made it stand up. Coors Light, cold hard facts. In 5 wins, we're talking runners in scoring position. Just 356 outstanding in the wins. In the losses, 073. Got to pick that up.
Well, again, it comes back to consistency. It's early in the season, overall hitting 222 with runners in scoring position. So what you want is, it's nice to see the big number when you're winning, but when you're in those tough games, those other games, you have to get that number up a little bit so that you can steal some wins every now and then. I think the Mariners will be able to do that. They have the ability to hit the ball out of the ballpark this year, but every now and then you need that clutch hit, and I think they just need a little more consistency in that area.
Pitching matchup tonight, Joe Saunders, who's done well here at Safeco Field. He's done well the last time out against Texas, not so well during the course of his career. Alexi Ogando will throw for Texas.
And for Saunders, he just needs to build off of his last outing against the Astros here at home. It was a rough outing for him down in Oakland, and then he comes back home and has this outing on opening night and really pitched well. What's the key? Commanding his fastball. We've seen him twice. One time he had that, the other time he did not. So if he can come out and command his fastball early, get to his changeup and throw his breaking ball, more importantly, try to keep the ball on the ground, he should have success, but a much better outing for him here at Safeco, where he's pitched extremely well.
Going to be interesting watching Alexi Ogando. He's had success against the Mariners coming out of the pen. They've gotten to him as a starter. Here's what he's done against the American League West.
And you can see that the Mariners, with a 4.91 ERA against Seattle, they've definitely been able to get to him. This is a guy that has plus stuff. He has a hard fastball that'll be around 95 miles an hour, a slider, curveball, changeup. The Mariners, we saw it last night. Darvish went to his breaking ball after the first inning, I think with Ogando and that hard slider. That's the adjustment for the Mariners offense tonight.
Hopefully they'll be able to make it tonight. Game 3 of this opening series with the Texas Rangers. We'll see them again later on next week down at their place. We're glad you are with us. Hope you're nice and warm and cozy at home. Crisp and cool here at the ballpark. It's the Rangers and the Mariners. We'll have more, including the first pitch, straight ahead from Safeco Field.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Ford. We are local. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. For more info, visit emeraldqueen.com. Well, from the ferries out in the sound there, we take you inside under the roof here at Safeco Field. Another cold and chilly night. Game 3, Mariners, Rangers on the way. We had a little visit from our good friend, Chef Dave. He gave us all the new treats at the Hit Here Cafe. Very good friend. If you can have one thing, chicken and waffle sandwich with a little bacon jelly, unbelievable. Get it, run. Beat our crew there if you have to. All right, let's talk a little Mariners, a little baseball. Pitching staff, starters, bullpen valve. I guess no surprise they do really well in Mariners wins.
Well, I think coming into the season, you were looking at a starting staff that you thought was very strong, especially 1 through 3. You had Brandon Maurer, Blake Bevan had a really nice finish to last year. And then you look at the bullpen. Again, power arms down there in the bullpen. Being able to hand that ball off to Tommy Wilhelmsen late in the ball game is such a treat for Eric Wedge, the manager, knowing that with the experience and the stuff that he has the ability to get the job done.
And a treat for us as well. We love hearing Tom Wilhelmsen postgame after a save. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go with the vegan sandwich back to the burger. Vegan cheeseburger. It's a nice mix for me out here. Rangers and Mariners.
You get all the food groups in there.
Exactly. On the way. David Meicher next with a call. Keep it here.
Stormy Saturday afternoon, but have no fear. The roof extended here at Safeco Field as we get ready for the third game of a 4-game set to with the Texas Rangers. Welcome to Mariners baseball, everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew. Bundled up, ready for action here tonight. Joe Saunders on the mound, his second Safeco Field start as a Mariner, looking for another win. Let's take a look at the batting order. He'll face from the Texas Rangers.
Thank you, Dave. For manager Ron Washington, Ian Kinsler leading off. He has had a lot of success against Saunders. He'll have to be careful with him. Already a home run in this series. Andrews the DH today, not shortstop, the DH hitting second. Beltre, Cruz, Pierzynski, Baker getting his first start at first base. He will hit sixth, and it's Murphy, Gentry, and Garcia, the shortstop, rounding out the 9 for the Rangers. Numbers for Saunders this year. This will be his 3rd start of the season, and Oakland had a tough time. But pitching here at Safeco Field, he was terrific. 8 strikeouts so far in the year, 5 walks for Joe Saunders. And our T-Mobile defense playing behind him. Again, outfield, a lot of injuries, so it looks a little bit different. Ibanez in left, Chavez the center fielder, Bay is in right. Seager at third, Ryan Ackley playing up the middle. Justin Smoke, your first baseman. And Kelly Shopik will do the catching. You see the last outing against the Astros here on Monday for Joe Saunders. He was terrific in that outing. 6 1/3, 6 hits, did not give up a run. 1 walk to 5 strikeouts. He threw 91 pitches in that outing.
Here we go. Joe Saunders from the third base side of the rubber. First pitch to Kinsler is outside for ball 1. 46 degrees as we start here at Safeco Field. Next pitch to Kinsler. He's in there for a strike. Calling balls and strikes tonight. Clint Fagan, Gary Darling at first, Paul Emmel at second, and Bruce Streckman at third. Saunders a quick worker. He's 1-1 to Kinsler. Popped up. Short right field. Coming in Bay. And there's one down. What do you attribute the big turnaround? First time we saw Saunders in Oakland, and then last time here against Houston.
I think it's simple. I think it's fastball command in Oakland. He really struggled trying to find the strike zone. He had 4 walks in that outing, was consistently behind, and just never was able to get comfortable. In his last outing on Monday, I thought we saw a lot of what we just saw. He was able to locate his fastball, use both sides of the plate. He typically wants to get you out with his changeup or his breaking ball to the left-handers, but he just wasn't able to get to it in Oakland. And I thought against the Astros he did an excellent job of that, and he will have to do that tonight. Hopefully keep the ball down, let his infielders make some plays behind him.
Good start retiring Kinsler, who was 11 for 26 against Joe. Now Elvis Andrews, who's 4 for 8. Joe Saunders against Texas in his career 3-7, a 6.48 ERA, but he had the last laugh with Baltimore last year in the playoffs, and he beat Texas and eliminated the Rangers 1 game. That was a performance.
It really was, and maybe those overall career numbers he's had is offset by what he has done here at Safeco. 7-0 record with a 1.91 ERA, pitching here at this home ballpark. So we were wondering, he pitched great coming in as a visitor, had his first outing on Monday, and he was terrific. Hopefully that'll be the case again tonight.
Shopik keeps it in front. They check down to Gary Darling. Elvis Andrews does not commit, so 1-2. Good for the Mariners to get that win last night. Into 3-game losing streak. Iwakuma sensational again. 6 2/3, 3 hits, a run, a walk, 6 Ks. 32nd birthday. Dave Magadan, the hitting coach for the Texas Rangers, couldn't say enough about his changing the eye level consistently down low with the good fastball and split. Occasionally showing up something high and then paint those corners.
And he needed to. It was a good pitch by Saunders. He needs that pitch. That last pitch today was right on the corner and down as you look at the overall numbers for Iwakuma, but that's a pitch that Joe has to have. That's a perfect pitch, and he didn't get the call.
3-2 to Andrews, who's DHing tonight. Got back.
But I think they needed that outing from Iwakuma. Let's not forget about the job that the bullpen did, too. The Mariners scoring their 3 runs in the first inning, and then that was it for them. And they were in a little bit of trouble a couple of different times. Iwakuma pitching out of it, and also the bullpen. Stephen Fryer, how about the start he's off to? Came into the game inheriting 2 runners and left them stranded.
Foul off again. He's yet to give up an earned run. Fryer last night, inning in a third, 1 hit and a strikeout. Good fight here, Elvis Andrews.
There you go. All 8 pitches. 9th pitch coming up. All of them away. So basically, Joe Saunders is telling Andrews, "I'll give you a single to left field, but that's it."
Three and 2, and another one right side. Bay into the corner, makes the play. Well done.
things that we saw Jason Bay in spring training is that he was healthy and he actually runs well. You take a look at our McDonald's Supermo as he goes into the corner. Showed a lot of range getting into the corner of this ball as it slices away from him, makes it an easy catch for Jason.
His numbers outstanding in this building. Came here as opponent for many a year. First pitch to Beltre. In there for strike. Beltre 3 for 8 on the series. Batted 4th last night. Went 1 for 4.
That's another good pitch.
1-1. Trade former Mariner and Dodger and Boston Red Sox. 2-1. It's off the end of the bat. 2-2. Away and deep for Adrian Beltre. Slow start for him at 2:33. Pitch took a little off. Right back to Joe Saunders. Good start for Saunders. A 1-2-3 first inning against the 8th best hitting team in the American League. Mariners coming to bat. Chavez brought back to the Mariners late spring training, his 2nd consecutive night of leading off. He's the 4th leadoff man in 13 games for the Mariners. Here's the rest of that batting order.
Mariners starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. Following Chavez, it'll be Bay and then Kendrys Morales hitting 3rd. You can see what he's done the last 6 games, hitting 4, 12, and it's Abanya, Smoke, Seager. Kelly Shopping getting 2 starts in a row. He will be behind the plate hitting 7th, Ackley and Ryan. Rounding out the 9 for the Mariners, numbers for Oganda. On the year, this will be his 3rd start, 2-0 with an 0.77 ERA.
Strike 1 to Indy Chavez. 1 for 4. He started out last night's game hard, line out to left, to right field. Crowded him, moved him off the plate. Talking to Ron Washington, the manager for the Texas Rangers. Interesting to see if Oganda's got the fastball. It has not been something he's been able to command in the early going. Slider curve change has been all terrific, but the fastball command not good. Fly ball left field. David Murphy under it. Here's the rest of the Rangers defensive alignment.
Routine play for Murphy out in left field. Gentry, the center fielder tonight. Nelson Cruz is in right. And on the infield, Adrian Beltre, the Gold Glover, is at 3rd. Garcia getting his first start at shortstop. Kinsler and Baker on the right side of the infield, and A.J. Pierzynski, the veteran behind the plate tonight. See what happened on Monday against the Rays. Good outing, 5 1/3, just 3 hits, 1 earned run for Ogando.
There's Jason Bay hitting 3 for 17, 176. Hit by a pitch the first 2 times up yesterday by Yu Darvish. I think we just said in the open about the Mariners have to make the adjustments. Last night Darvish didn't have a fastball, breaking ball, slider all the time, pretty much.
Mariners able to score 3 runs off of Darvish in the first, and he clearly just abandoned his fastball, went to the slider, curveball, occasional split. It stayed that way in one of the innings. I believe it was the 5th inning. Threw 19 pitches, 18 of them off speed pitches, 1 fastball.
Got on top of that, hooking it foul. Mariners were no hit from the 2nd inning until the 7th inning last night. Souvenirs, good to go. 2-2 here to Bay. Ogando at Safeco, no record. ERA of 3.00. San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. Got a 2-2 to Bay. A couple of great years in 08 and 09 for Jason Bay.
I'll say 31 home runs, 36 home runs, over 100 RBIs.
Swing and a miss, fooled him on that one. 2 outs for strikeout for Ogando. They'll bring out Kendrys Morales. Those years we showed you with Bay, that was with Pittsburgh and Boston.
Well, in our open, we talked about hitting with men in scoring position. One of the guys the Mariners have that hasn't had an issue with that is this man, Kendrys Morales. Hitting .556 with runners in scoring position here early in the season.
Starts him off with an off-speed pitch. Ball 1. Morales in his career just 0 for 1 against Ogando. Back to the strike, 1-1. 6 for 34 for Morales. Home run, 6 runs batted in. Usually he doesn't wear gloves. He's got them on tonight.
And he had them on last night too. He's starting to figure out he's not Anaheim right here early in the season. Maybe put some gloves on until the weather warms up.
GPS kicked in,
yeah,
right?
I think so.
It's down low, 2-2. Ogando, a minor league Rule 5 draft acquisition, December 05 from Oakland.
We're doing a good job of keeping the ball down to Morales, trying to get him to hit it on the ground.
2-2. Lot off, just got a piece of that. Sore and tired legs for Gutierrez. No start here tonight for him. This one might be a tough play. This is a shortstop coming over to get it with the scoop, and he gets him. Garcia getting it done. The youngster making his first start here tonight. That's a fine play. And to come across the diamond to retire Morales. 2nd inning coming up. Mariners, game 3 of a 4-game set. Not since Peanuts and Cracker Jacks has there been a better combination in baseball. Friday, April 26, Mariners introduced the Beard Hat, a giveaway that's functional and fashionable. First 20,000 fans will pick up this must-have fashion accessory. So get the tickets right now. Mariners Beard Hat Night. Mariners.com. Nelson Cruz will lead it off for Texas. And there's a quality beard. Strong effort.
Good looking hat, too. Bunch of pins on there.
So Saunders going to work against Cruz. Off speed pitch fouled off. Cruz 7 for 22 against him. Saunders had a good first inning. 2 flies to right field and a comeback.
Threw a couple of change-ups in the first, but mostly it was fastballs away. Wants to establish that or maybe show his fastball first time through the lineup. There's a good change-up.
Saunders trying to keep Cruz in this slump that he's in. 2 for 18 over his last 5 games.
He's always been a little bit of a streaky hitter.
Yep.
I just mentioned those numbers. Still hitting .310 overall.
Yeah, he was up at 458 to start. Good save for the first 11. Struggled since 2-2. Pretty consistent with that. Just run that pitch away from his powerful right-hand hitters.
It's not a bad idea.
Good way to keep him in the league a long time.
There he goes. Pop one in inside. Keep him honest. Right on the inside corner. Good location with that pitch. .89-mile-an-hour fastball. Jamie Moyer here earlier in the week on Monday night, and even Jamie, whose fastball is 84, 85, would have to pitch inside.
Back up the middle.
Let that one up. Maybe that pitch is down. Maybe he gets a chance to have him roll over on a little bit, but it's up, so he hits it hard up the middle.
Cruz 290, 268 in his career. Same time and money. Riding Sounder from Lakewood and South Tacoma to Seattle. For schedules, visit soundtransit.org. Brings up former White Sox catcher on the giant Minnesota Twin, A.J. Brzezinski.
AJ's off to a good start with his new club, the Rangers. .382 with a couple of home runs.
First 2 games, he's been all about getting after that first pitch fastball. It's a strike here. 278 with Chicago last year. 27 homers and 77 runs batted in.
He was impressive last night. I think more behind the plate with Darvish throwing all the breaking balls and the splits in the dirt. He had his work cut out for him, but he kept everything in front, didn't let anything go to the backstop.
Big hat comes up empty. 4-2. Brzezinski 3 for 10 against Joe Saunders. Strikes. A lot of injuries in baseball the last couple of days. Cespedes looked like he sprained both hands and wrists last night. Late slide.
Terrible slide.
Awful. But I might be able to see and raise you one. Jose Reyes, left ankle, late into second base. I mean, real late, like the last 5 feet. And all that, you know how hard the backs are. I don't have to tell you.
He hit and how fast he is going in there. Yeah.
Go.
A lot of speed, and I've seen it before, guys. We saw it the other night with Brendan Wright. He was fortunate though when he hit the bag, he bounced over the top of it. Right. His momentum carried him over.
Jose Reyes hit and stuck. Reaches out. It's the play opportunity right here, and they get it done. Taylor made. Quick 2 outs.
Nice one hopper right to Dustin Ackley. You can see he's playing up for the double play, so this is about as easy as it gets. Cruz not able to get on top of Brendan Ryan to break it up, so Perfect.
Brings up veteran utility man Jeff Baker.
See, Baker has played 2 games, only 2 at-bats on the season for him.
0 for 2 thus far. Military guy, son of a military guy. Born in Bad. You were born in West Germany. Bad Kissingen, West Germany. Kissingen,
yep.
West Germany. You were born where?
I was born in Würzburg, Germany. My dad was in the Army at the time.
Today is Salute Armed Forces Day here. We salute the men and women watching us in the greater Pacific Northwest and all around on MLB.TV.
Thank you for your service.
You know it. Good turnout here tonight.
Yeah.
And one gentleman, we got to get his name again. 100 years old, was able to walk out to the mound to deliver first baseball. How great was that?
That's great.
Army, retired Army Staff Sergeant. Get that info for you. Very impressive. Good to see it. 2-2. Bay getting a lot of action here. This is a pretty good carry back to the track, but he's got it covered. That'll do it for the Texas Rangers as Baker flies out. Third catch made tonight already by Jason Bay. No score. Here at Safeco Field. Like here in Seattle today, a little gray, a lot windy, but I tell you what, it did not deter the fans going to the Sounders game. Many of them coming over here doing a little double dip and come over and watch some baseball. The Mariners and the Texas Rangers.
Before game time, I heard it was snowing in Ballard.
Not that far from here either. Raul Banez lead off the second. Raul, Justin Smoke, and Kyle C. RBI single first inning last night for Raul. Strike 1-1.
Looks like Raul and Jason Bay are going to get their share of at-bats this month.
Kinsler takes care of the ground ball.
Probably get to play a little bit more than they were expecting here early.
Not the development we were thinking about as you look at the Dave Niehaus statue on the concourse in right center field. Have to lose Saunders and Morris back-to-back nights. That really stinks. That's a way to put it. Hopefully Morris will be back maybe as early as Tuesday. And Saunders, 15-day DL.
And hopefully he'll be ready to come back when his DL time is up. He's ready to go. Hopefully that'll be the case.
Good call. Yeah. Not have to linger another, work your way back in. Smoke looks at ball one. Smoke last night 0 for 4, couple strikeouts, bounced into a double play.
Well, and the other thing with it too is through some of the offensive struggles they've had here early, Morse leading the league in home runs, and Michael was off to a great start, playing with a lot of confidence. So that hurt him. Take your leadoff hitter out of the lineup and your number 4 hitter. It's tough. But you know what? That's why you have the rest of the guys. They're going to have to pick up the slack until they can get them back.
Let get down, it does. Base hit for Smoke. Smoke his 8th hit of the season. Wow, base runner for the Mariners.
Well, they went with a lot of breaking balls to Justin last night, and this is another one. Off-speed pitches 80 miles an hour. Justin able to stay back just long enough. A little line drive into right field.
Say this, when you go in that clubhouse and talk to these guys who are struggling, like Seager, Smoke, Ackley, their heads are still in the right place.
Well, it has to be. I know a lot of people get tired of hearing about it being early, but it really is. You play 162 games, and this is game 13 for them.
Hey, what's up? How we doing? Fine. Hey, working on a couple things coming. Smoke said, hey, man, I'm putting my barrel to it. I just got to do it more often.
It's probably a little bit easier for somebody like Kyle, who's off to a slower start, just because he had such a good year last year. He's done it, and he knows that he can do it.
4-1 to Kyle, 2 for 6 against Segundo in his career. Seager 1 for 3 last night. Big 2-run double on a 2-1 pitch in the first inning. Mariners scored all 3 runs. That was it. Elbow on the win, 3-1 last night against these Rangers.
There are the numbers for Kyle. Led the club in home runs and RBIs last year. 2 out base hit last night to drive in a couple of runs, and that was kind of his specialty last year. He was really good in those situations.
Well, he's got a Gundo now, 3-1. Really Shopik's on deck.
No surprise, it looks like Ogando is taking a page out of Darvish's book and throwing a lot of breaking balls, even though he has a really good fastball. Hasn't used it much.
All about that command. It hasn't been there in these first few games.
Well, the other thing too, Dave, is it comes back to what Eric has been talking about the last couple nights after the games, and that is making adjustments, in-game adjustments. And if a pitcher goes out there and he has success with his breaking ball, let's call it a slider if you like, well, guess what's coming the next night? They're going to keep throwing that pitch until you show them that you're going to take it away from them.
Eric Wedge, like everybody, looking forward to that first day off on Monday. Here's the 3-2, and he walked him. So the Mariners, one out here in the second, might be building something. A couple of runners aboard for Kelly Shopik, who's swinging a hot bat. He's 6 for 12 in his limited action. Shopik playing back-to-back games, went 1 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a single.
Next pitch will be 30 for Ogando. There you go, 6 for 12, 1 home run, a couple of RBIs.
Smoke at second, Seager at first, 1 out. First scoring threat for the Mariners. Ball 1. Pretty good looking Saturday night crowd. Last night 15,029. 46 in calm last night, 46 tonight. A little more dampness in the air. So strike, 1-1.
Good fastball from Ogando at 94 miles an hour at the top of the strike zone.
Center fielder Gentry playing in right center practice. Here's the 1-1. Outside. See how silly it is. The pitch up high. Pretty much hit it to Gentry in his tracks. 2 outs. To bring up Justin Ackley. This season, the Mariners salute the men and women of the armed forces with the new EQC military special offer. And all Sunday through Thursday games, members of the U.S. military, they're going to receive $5 off select view level and $10 off select main level seats. So take advantage of this, folks. Special offer. Simply show your valid military ID at the Safeco Field box office. Thank you, gentlemen, for your service. Tide's got to turn for this guy at some point. He's 3 for 33. Last night he hit a ball hard to left field, and Murphy made a terrific over-the-shoulder catch. Fastball misses, 1-1.
I think in the early going, one of the things I've noticed with Dustin is he just doesn't seem to be as aggressive as we've seen him in the past. Taking a lot of pitches, trying to work counts. There's a good swing on the fastball in the middle of the plate. That's the best fastball Logano has thrown, 95 miles an hour. There you go, fastball just above the belt. Good look at as he fouls it straight back. Dustin, an unusual left-handed hitter in that he can hit the high fastball.
Check swing.
That may work.
Beltre. It's his favorite play to charge, and he executed as well as anybody we've ever seen. Mariners strand 2, 3rd inning. No score here at Safeco Field. Well, from 2005 to 2009, we saw a lot of that kind of play from that guy, Adrian Beltre, a wonderful third baseman. Makes a terrific play to blunt a potential rally by the Mariners in the 2nd inning. Just nips Ackley. And here we go, 3rd inning. David Murphy will lead off. Left fielder looks at strike 1. Murphy's slow start, $167. 0 for 4 last night. Comebacker, another one. As Saunders doing a nice job fielding its position this season. 2nd comebacker tonight. He's had a couple in his previous starts.
This last one hit a little bit better, firmer back at him, but he's always in good position to field. So many times, especially in today's game, guys looking for power, they'll fall off the mound one way or the other. Sometimes they have their back to the hitter. But Joe, good job fielding.
Good balance.
Yeah.
like a left-handed version of Greg Maddux. Living one of about 40 gold gloves.
It seemed like it, didn't it?
Man, oh man. There's Craig Gentry. Gentry career 0 for 4 against Saunders.
He looked real comfortable with those first 2 pitches. I think it was more where he was landing. He was looking down at his feet.
Off the end of the bat. Easy play for Smoke. 2 outs.
Keep it on the ground.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's already been able to get a double play ball and now a couple of ground balls here in the 3rd.
This is what was envisioned when Joe Saunders was brought over here to the Mariners. To bring up Leury Garcia.
38 pitches. I'm sorry, Dave. 38 pitches for Joe. 24 of those for strikes. His pitch count's good shape here, working in the 3rd.
Looks like a totally different guy from what we saw at home. Take the Chicago game in this game.
Yeah, I think too.
Or Houston, I should say.
Houston. I think the one thing, you don't underestimate confidence, and why it's that way, who knows, but his numbers overall at this ballpark have been good. He obviously has a lot of confidence pitching here. I hope that carries over. I mean, a 1.91 ERA in this ballpark, 7-0 record in 10 starts.
As he told me during spring training, here it is, hit it.
And with that being said, now he gets the number 9 hitter and he goes 3-0.
Yeah, right. Second get never fails, right? Garcia, switch hitter. Just the second game up here in the big. Walks him on 4 pitches. The guy didn't look like Albert Pujols. Top of the order, Ian Kinsler. Kinsler did some work. 4th inning. And that got over the fence out of the reach of Raul Ibanez. Probably would have might have been caught up against the fence in the old configuration.
4 feet is the difference.
It's right on the nose to Ryan. They get a short way. How about Joe Saunders? He walked Garcia and then gets Kinsler on an easy 6-4 force out. No score. Baseball on Root Sports is being brought to you by Jack in the Box. The Chipotle Chicken Club Combo. It's back for a limited time at Jack in the Box. Try one today with fries and a drink for just $4.99 plus tax. And by BNSF Railway, the engine that connects us. We'll bring you down from Beacon Hill to the ballpark. Brendan Ryan leads it off. Looks like strike one. Ryan at 226, 7 for 31. For 3 against Ogando in their previous encounters.
It's been interesting watching Ogando work. Typically a pitcher will go through the lineup the first time, not showing everything to save something to get through it the second or third time. Ogando was basically saying with his breaking ball after Smoke ended up getting the base hit, he threw more fastballs to Seager, Shopik, and Ackley. And he starts Brennan with 2 fastballs and comes back with a good slider to get him.
Nasty.
Yeah, but a few more fastballs to the bottom of the order.
Second strikeout.
Take a look. This last pitch, little wrinkle in it. That's actually a changeup, it looks like, at 81 miles an hour.
Good pitch. Maybe in the second time through the order. Here's Andy Chavez. Flat out to left. One, Davey.
And now that he's back to the top of the order, here we go with the off-speed pitches again.
Mariners have 1 hit. Justin Smoke, a 1-out single in the second. Mariners got runners at first and second after Seager walked. That fly out to center by Shopik and Ackley was thrown out on the ground ball to Belcher. Back up the middle, base hit for Andy Chavez. His second hit in this, his second stint with the Mariners.
Eric Wedge talking about making adjustments in game. We just saw that from Andy Chavez. A veteran player has been around. Starts with a couple of off-speed pitches, wastes a fastball, comes back with another off-speed pitch at 83 miles an hour, stays back long enough and hits it hard back up the middle. It's good work by Chavez. See if he can steal a base.
Jason Bay, the hitter, struck out on a 3-2 pitch his first time. Ball 1. Chavez back with a dive. To Bay. 1-0 offering. Chavez holds. By 2-0.
Going right to the scouting report, Dave, that you were talking about the start of the game. He has a good fastball, but he's having a tough time locating it. Looks like he has better command of his off-speed pitches. Right at 50% fastballs. The rest he's using his slider and his changeup. Occasional curveball.
2-0. There's 78 mile an hour off-speed pitch.
This looks like he has more confidence in his off-speed pitches than his ability to throw his fastball for a strike.
Andy Chavez stole 3 bases last year for Baltimore. Drive to left. Murphy on the spot. Chavez has to get back. Line drive to left field produces out number 2. We want you in on the conversation. For up-to-date information and live interaction, be sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram. Check us out. Stay connected with Root Sports. See if they can get a 2-out RBI here from Kendrys Morales, who grounded out to short his first time. It was a fine play by Leori Garcia. come on to the second base side of the diamond to throw out Morales. Strike one.
There's a fastball for a strike. That was a good at bat by Jason Bay. Ogando was able to get him out with the breaking ball his first time up, and that time again another adjustment. He looked like he was sitting on it that time and hit it hard. Unfortunately, it was right at Murphy in left field. So Chavez and Bay both making an adjustment here the second time through. It's a good sign.
A couple of your 30-year-olds.
There you go. Been able to stay in the league for a while for a reason, Dave. Unfortunately, Jason's line drive again was right at Murphy.
Pitch at 94 was fouled off.
He switched up on Morales. It looks like Morales was maybe doing the same thing, and he's throwing 3 fastballs. That last one a good one at 94 on his hands.
Two. Chavez holds. Some swing, keeps it going. Everybody brought the blankets. Good sign. Smart. Way to go, Mom.
Moms know how to make adjustments, that's for sure. They come prepared. They have a plan.
That's it. Very good crowd here. Edgar's doing Bafo business again. Ditto the pen. 0-2 pitch.
Fastballs to Morales. Fighting him off, fighting him off. Back in his mind, he's wondering, okay, is this one he's going to throw the changeup? Is this one I'm going to see the curveball? Keep spoiling that fastball. There have been good ones, too, trying to keep him in on his hands. Eventually, you think he would come with the off-speed pitch. Kinsler, the second baseman, playing out towards right field right now. See how far out onto the grass that he is playing. Garcia, the shortstop, right up the middle.
0-2. Chavez sitting on 100 career stolen bases. Been caught 37 times in his 12-year career. Two strikes. He's going to double up.
The other thing that you have to take into consideration is the guy that's behind the plate calling this game, and that's A.J. Przinsky, speaking of 30 plus. What's A.J. now, 36 years
36,
old?
yeah.
So that's kind of the game that's going on right now for Morales as the hitter, and A.J. certainly has a lot of respect for Kendricks, and so you go back and forth and try to figure those things out. I was surprised he threw 5 straight fastballs.
Right.
So.
1-2.
Breaking ball. So yes, he doubled up.
Still got a little bit of catcher instinct in me.
Yes. It's a good call. 9th pitch of the at bat coming up. I'll tell you what, it's quite a battle. Kendricks is putting up because right now Ogando's making some excellent pitches.
Yeah.
On him.
Do it again at 1-2. Struck him out. Throw third. He pulled a string on that one. 79 miles an hour. What a pitch. His 3rd strikeout. 4th inning coming up.
as the Sounders was earlier today, 0-0. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at 4 Sports Desk. I know this one won't end in a tie, though. Meantime, the American League defending champion Detroit Tigers snapped the A's winning streak. The A's have been pretty good. They had a 9-game winning streak going in the fourth. 2-on for Johnny Peralta. Shortstop takes a Brett Anderson pitch over the wall in left. That's a 3-run Jimmy Jack. Tigers win it 7-3. Again, the Tigers are going to be in town here on Tuesday. And we will see Doug Fister versus Aaron Harang. Doug Fister moved up today. Originally, he was going to go with Felix Hernandez. Aaron Harang making his Mariners debut, and Felix Hernandez gets Max Scherzer. And then Justin Verlander versus Hisashi Iwakuma in the daytime game. That's Thursday at noon. Guys?
Get your tickets now, because those are three great-looking pitching matchups. Wow. This guy's ready. I know it's our CenturyLink guide to what's next. That's impressive. Don't forget, Tigers can swing the bat a little bit.
Well, Mariners can pitch, so they're going to have to in that series. That should be great.
I like that.
Yeah,
Tigers starting number 1 in hitting today at 306.
Bring your A game if you're taking them out. Anxious to see Harang pitch. Get a chance to watch him.
500 pitcher for his career. And what were somebody like Gary Hill told us a year ago today, struck out, what, 14 Padres or something like that?
Yeah, 3.61 ERA last year is what we were looking at.
2-1 here. Swing and a miss by Andrews. Flied out to right his first time. And the Tigers 306 starting today, leading the American League in hitting.
Two guys. Lineup. And in the second game, you have two guys with some of the best stuff. Scherzer has great stuff, always up there with the strikeouts, and of course Felix. And then with the way Iwakuma's pitching,
match him against anybody. Where he's going now.
He's not going against anybody. One of the best in Verlander, so that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The hitters aren't thinking that right now on both sides.
But as fans,
should be great.
I like 3-2. Center field, maybe Chavez right there, 1 down. Let's take a look at the Amica hot zone, the hit zone for Adrian Beltre. Made a comebacker last time up. And the red means, oh my goodness.
It also means he had a pretty good year last year. That's 2012 season. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. Now look at the key is the last one. That's pitches off the plate. And that low and away, low inside. He'll chase some pitches. Well, he's an aggressive hitter. 162 pitches chased off of the plate.
That's the low pitches. Beltre 7 for 29 against Saunders. That counts tonight.
.52 pitches for Joe, 29 strikes.
2-1. And a high, short left field. Chavez all over. 2 outs. There's Cruz, single to center last time. Outside, ball 1. Big swing and a miss. 1-1. Verlander got that win today. It's 2-1. Beating the Athletics 1-1. Ryan will take care of this. Goes over to Smoke. Good inning for Joe Saunders. Throwing strikes, keeping the ball on the ground or at somebody in the outfield. Rangers Mariners no score coming up for the Mariners here in the fourth. It's going to be Smoke and Seager.
We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. Are you the ultimate Northwest Mariners fan from the state of Oregon? Well, then Root Sports is looking for you throughout the month of May. All you have to do, capture a photo on Instagram or Twitter with hashtag #UltimateNWFanOregon, showing why it should be you. You'll be entered to win a trip and a VIP experience to Mariners Fan Appreciation Night in September at Safeco Field. This is such a cool night. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. Guys, upstairs to you.
All right, Angie, thank you. Festive atmosphere in the ballpark tonight. No scores. We play the bottom of the fourth with Raul. Bañez takes ball one. Rounded out the second his first time. A lot of fans apparently came over from the soccer game. A good Saturday sports day for you. Good crowd on it. Raul deep to right. Going back, Cruz in the gap. He's there on the track.
Take a look at the swing by Raul. Bañez catches a fastball. Thought it had a chance, but he hits it out there to the deepest part into that corner. When Cruz goes back, you see our McDonald Supermo in the concentration makes it an easy catch out on the warning track.
Second time around for Justin Smoke. Base hit the right last time. Smoke with one of the Mariner hits and Endy Chavez with the other. Meanwhile, Joe Saunders has held Texas to a Nelson Cruz leadoff single in the second. Brzezinski wanted that one. 2-0. Strike 2-1.
We've seen Ogando do that a couple of times when he's behind in the count. Get back in the count with a curveball. 62 pitches, 40 of them strikes.
Down low, 3-1. Kyle Seager awaits. Speed pitch, got it in there for a strike. Counts full.
3-1 count. Normally you'd think you're going to get a fastball, but not the case with Ogando on the mound tonight.
Payoff. Easy fly ball for Gentry. 2 outs here in the Mariners' fourth. Don't miss your first chance to pick up one of the most sought after t-shirts in Seattle, the 2013 Kings Court shirt. You're going to pick it up. You're going to get this year's gold t-shirt, a K card, and a seat in the season's inaugural Kings Court when Felix takes them out next Wednesday against the Tigers. It's all for only $30 when you get your tickets at mariners.com/Felix. Holdover from last year. Hope he's got more than just those 2 layers on. Seager has to jackknife out of the way. Ball 1. Seager walked on a 3-2 pitch. Set up a first and second situation in the second inning. Mariners could not capitalize. Get that fastball by him. He fouled it away.
Again, it's been interesting to watch Ogando. We saw him throw all those breaking balls, slow breaking balls to Smoke. Did the same thing to Chavez and Bay. Morales, a little bit different, switched up on him. And he's really throwing more fastballs to the bottom of the order. Another fastball.
Popped up, Beltre puts his head down, runs hard to a spot. Won't get there in time. Hit the right track, that's for sure.
There you go. You can see it. 49% fastballs now. 70th pitch coming up for Ogando. He was down around 46. Went to Kyle Seager. 4 pitches to him. All of them fastballs.
1-2.
There's a changeup.
Kelly Shapnick's on deck if Seager can keep this thing going in the 4th. Ogando ready. Oh, that's a nasty pitch. Tag applied. Kyle discussed it with himself as Ogando picks up his 4th strikeout. We go to the 5th with zeros on the board. He's got some blue delight. Oh, it's cotton candy. Oh, just crush it, young man. Crush it. Still love it.
That's going to happen.
Time for AT&T trivia question. He chose the Mariners' all-time leader with 37 leadoff home runs. Who ranks number 2? Ricky Henderson, Alex Rodriguez, Franklin Gutierrez, or Joey Cora?
I'll go with Alex.
All right. And keep it interesting. Man, Joey Cora was not a big home run guy. I'll go with Ricky just for the heck of it, because it's Ricky.
All-time leader, right?
Ricky had 35 home runs, 35 stolen bases at the break. Let's see. Ricky's answer to
Kenny
Harold.
Harold?
Harold Reynolds. Yeah, Harold won the stolen base championship one year. Ricky at 35 at the break.
Teammate of mine when I was in Oakland. I really enjoyed having him on the club. He was a lot of fun. Pretty good player, too.
I like the story you told about how strong he was when you had to play against him. That head first slide. I mean, just like a body of steel coming at you.
Yeah, because he would slide. He would dive into the bases, and he would actually, he would slide late. You were talking about sliding late earlier.
Yeah.
He would do it with the head first slide. But his momentum, he would slide through the bag because he would slide so late, and he was so strong. And his shoulders would hit you in the shins when you're trying to put the tag, and typically you're tagging him on his back because he's already safe. And I'm telling you, he'd take your legs right out from under you. Something.
One guy to watch. Brzezinski, 1-2 the count. Struck him out. Joe Saunders' first K of the night.
Just a good fastball, two-seam fastball, running it in under the hands of Pierzynski. Swings over the top of it. We're talking about Ogando, whose fastball is topped out at 95 miles an hour. throwing about a 50% fastballs, the rest breaking balls off speed pitches. Here you have Saunders out there. His fastball's 88, 89, and he's 75% fastball. So location will win you a lot of games. And right now, Joe's his location, especially to the right-handed hitters down and away, has been really good.
He's got tremendous confidence running that pitch away from him. Ryan won't get that one. Base hit. He hung out over the plate. Second hit tonight for Texas. Cruz owns the other one back in the second inning.
Slow curveball. Waits back. Hits it right back up the middle. Joe was hoping he would hit it at Brendan Ryan, the shortstop, playing over towards the hole, but he ended up staying back long enough to hit it up the middle.
Jeff Baker. Been in the big league since '05 with Rockies, Cubs, Detroit, Atlanta, and now Texas. He's aboard with David Murphy. Swinging the bat. David had a comebacker to Saunders. Ball one. Mariners have turned one double play. That was back in the second. Murphy. Take it back safely.
See Kelly there when he's looking at the signs. Got a little bit of thumbs up. That's the sign for him to throw over there. He asked Joe to keep him close.
Baker's been in the big league since '05. He's 12 out of 13 over his career. Basically dropped down on that pitch for a strike. 1-2. Bottom of the fifth, Houston leads at Anaheim 2-0. They have it on one hit. Angels only have 2 hits. So left field backing up Raul. He's there. Manya's making the catch for out number 2. Let's check out our Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Wrap it up with the Texas Ball Club tomorrow. Much needed day off. Eric Wedge can't wait. His last day, and the club's last for a lot of guys, February 6th. Some of the staff and whatnot. Detroit comes into town, then we'll see Texas again next weekend. Manager Wedge is going to try to be MIA on Monday. Had a couple of T-ball games with the Suns today. Oh, it was about 35 degrees.
Perfect.
It was really cold.
That's perfect weather.
You've been there, done that, right?
Why not? Grew up here. It's great.
He was excited. He said his little guys were 2 separate games, running around having a blast. Didn't even know how cold it was. Eric said he's looking forward to a day off. It was 14 in a row to start the season, 30 of 31 counting spring training.
And my 14-year-old plays on Monday, so I'm looking forward to that.
There you go.
Rain, stay away.
Tell him Mike Blauer sent you. One and one to Gentry. Grounded out the first. Pitch. 1-2. Saunders a strikeout and a walk, giving up just 2 hits.
Yep. Doubled up on his changeup, missed with the first one, was able to get a swing on that last one.
Gando's doing well. 3 strikeouts, a walk, giving up 2 hits. One and 2 to Gentry. Strike 3 called. Snuck it in there. Gentry doesn't believe it. Cliff Fagan dismisses it as Saunders walks off the mound. USO silent auction. Have at it, folks. You got some friends down here at the ballpark. Tell them to stop by behind home plate on the main concourse. On Root Sports, being brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next, and by Sterling Bank. Nobody works harder for you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. As we take you a little bit south of the ballpark, down around Renton. There's the Air Tower, Boeing Field. Technically Renton Field. I love our time-lapse photography that we use on this broadcast. Good stuff. Kelly Shopik leads off. Agundo. He struck out 4 Mariners, walked 1. Shopik flied to center last time. 2-0.
We have 7, 8, 9 coming up for the Mariners. Get a runner or two, turn the lineup back over again with some guys on base. 73 pitches now for Ogondo. 46 of those are strikes. Again, a lot of breaking balls. We saw that from Darvish last night. He's throwing a few more fastballs Ogondo has.
Shopik gets into one. Left field. It'll stay in the yard. Bounces out for a ground roll double. Kelly Shopik jumps on a 2-0 pitch and a leadoff double here in the Mariners' 5th. First double for Shopik. Having a good year. He is now 7 for 14.
Well, he's off to a good start. One of the few times Ogondo has fallen behind the count and given in to the hitter with a fastball. Shopik gets out in front of this. Actually hits it off the end of the bat a little bit. It bounces off the warning track. So the guys down in the canteen, they get a souvenir, but that's a double, leadoff double for Shopik. So now Dustin Ackley has to find a way to get him over to third.
Ackley grounded out. A slow dribbler down to Beltre, who charged and threw him out.
As deep as Baker and Kinsler are, just take a bunt with you. You might get a base hit with his speed. If nothing else, you'll definitely get the runner over.
Well, as we suspected, a good crowd, 23,461.
Eric Wedge would love a base hit here, but he really wants a productive out.
Here. First Mariner leadoff man aboard as Ackley looks at strike 1-1. Fastball for a strike, 1-2.
Dustin didn't have much choice but to take that pitch. He wasn't going to hit it anywhere but to the left side of the field. Now he has a battle on his hands.
Yanked it foul.
Looked like A.J. Pierzynski, the catcher. He wanted the fastball again, but he wanted a repeat of the last one on the outside corner. And Ogando missed badly, threw it inside, and Dustin pulled it. Gave him a real opportunity to do some damage. Fortunately, it was foul.
The way these two pitchers are going, Ogando and Saunders, one run could really, really be big.
There you go.
It, base hit. Shopik had to make sure. He wanted to make sure it got through. He held up. He didn't take off. So first and third with nobody out.
And Cruz has a great arm. He wasn't going to score either way.
You bet.
We get a solid base hit for Dustin Ackley. Man, did he need this one. McDonald Supermo in the swing by Ackley. It's a breaking ball. Catches it out in front. Does the first thing. He pulls it. And is rewarded with a base hit. The Mariners in great shape.
Ackley with his fourth hit, 4 for 35.
See Shopik, when it's hit, he freezes. It's in the air. Didn't know if it was going to be a line drive that was caught. But again, I don't think he scores.
A.J. Pierzynski giving a defensive signs for the Rangers. Here's Ryan, struck out on 3 pitches in the third. These scoring opportunities are precious.
Had to laugh at Beltre. Jeff Datz is over talking to Shopik at third, and Beltre's right in the middle of the conversation. Now Eric Wedge is giving him the business too. We've seen Eric pull off the safety squeeze and try for the suicide squeeze. I think Brendan Ryan showing bunt there. I don't think he was going to bunt. He just wanted to look at the pitch. Shopik doesn't run well at third, so it doesn't set up for the Mariners in this case. There's Adrian having fun again.
Ryan 1 for 4 runners in scoring position thus far. Month of April with 2 runs batted in. So 2-0 for Ryan. On Washington in his 7th year, and Mike Maddox on the left, Jackie Moore down in the weld, making the pitch selections for A.J. Pierzynski. 2-0 to Ryan. Opportunity to cash in here for the Mariners. And it's Alexi Ogando. Ogando 6'4", 200 pounds, 29 years old.
Gentry, the center fielder, shading towards right center. All 3 pitches so far have been away from Brendan, so they expect him to hit the other way.
Popped it up. That's out of play. 2-2.
See Gentry out in right center field. 4 pitches, all of them away from Brendan Ryan. So Ogando trying to pitch to his defense right now. There's a good look at the chart of pitches. All of them. The last one was a pretty good one to elevate, hitting the outfield fastball that was up.
Two hits this inning gets the Mariner total to 4. 2-2 to Ryan. Foul back. Chris Carter homered in that Houston lead at Anaheim. Matching zeros with Joe Saunders, Alexi Ogando. Ryan trying to pick up a run. Shopik at third. With Ackley at first. Turned away. Count runs full. On deck, the leadoff man, Andy Chavez, who's 1 for 2. And 2 to Ryan. Struck him out. 5th strikeout for Agundo. First out here in the 5th inning. Second K opportunity for Ryan as we revisit our trivia question. Each row the all-time leader for the Mariners, 37 leadoff homers. Mike went with Alex Rodriguez. I went with Ricky Henderson. Fans went with Alex Rodriguez. No, Joey Cora. Survey says Joey Cora behind each row. So it's Joey Cora. How about that? With 5. So 1 out, runners at the corners. Up the middle, Rangers at double play depth. 0-1 to Chavez, who singled the centers last time up.
He had a breaking ball his last time up, was able to stay back and hit it hard up the middle. His second start of the season. He's picked up a couple of hits. 1 last night, 1 tonight.
India hit 2-0.
Gondo, after a number of fastballs to Brendan Ryan, went to his go-to pitch, 3-2. That was a hard slider off the plate away.
Dropped one in. 2 balls, 1 strike.
He's been consistent with that, falling behind 2-0, 3-1, and throwing that breaking ball, slow 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball in there for a strike. Again, he gave in to Kelly Shopik to start this inning off and threw him a fastball 2-0, and he hit it down into the corner for a double.
Time's called as you look at your Mariner trends tonight on Twitter. Armed Forces Night and Joe Saunders. 3rd start for Agundo. Beat Houston at Houston and won at home against Tampa Bay. Joe Saunders comes in with a 1-1 record. Here's a 2-1 to Indy. High chop goes foul.
Gondo now at 90 pitches. Have some action out in the bullpen. Robert Ross?
Yep.
Yeah, Ross.
Two and 2. Ackley back safely. Two. Might that be enough? Nope. Murphy's got plenty of room. Throws into the cutoff man Beltre. 2 outs. Proven to be murder to get this run in.
Yeah, looks like it jams Chavez a little bit. He puts it in play, tries to get his hands inside of it, but it's just not deep enough with Murphy. Comes up, throws a strike. Again, Kelly Shopik at 3rd. I don't think he's able to score on that. Can't send him. Mike Maddox, the pitching coach, letting Agundo know that he's done the tough part now. Bear down on the next hitter. Be Jason Bay. Bay hit the ball hard his last time, upset on a breaking ball and lined out to the left fielder Murphy.
Five strikeouts, 1 walk. Agundo held the Mariners to 4 hits. The Mariners ended a 3-game losing streak last evening, 3-1 beating these Rangers.
Mariners 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position tonight. That 1 base hit came with Dustin Ackley to move Shopik from 2nd up to 3rd.
Jason Bay 0 for 2. Strike 1. 0-1 to Bay. Way outside. 1-1. They had never faced Ogando till tonight. This is his third look this evening. Here's the 1-1. It's that corner. According to the tracer, boy, that's super close. Mariners got the first 2 men on. Ground rule double and a base hit. Strikeout and a fly-out. Now 1-2 pitch. Looper. Gentry can really run. He's not that fast. Here's Ackley coming to third to hold him up. Cut off by Kinsler, so Bay comes through with an RBI single. Bloats one in front of the speedy Craig Gentry. Takes it, who replaces his divots. Thank you very much. 1-0 Mariners.
This was close. A good at bat. This pitch is off the plate. A fastball off the plate away, but with the pitch before being called a strike, Jason thought it was too close to take. Hits it off the end of the bat. Great effort by Gentry, who was over in right center field. You take a look at our McDonald Supermo and the effort from him, just out of his reach. It's right off the thumb. So the Mariners, first and third, nobody out. End up with 2 outs, and the runner still hadn't scored. But a little base hit out into the outfield gives the Mariners the lead, and they have their best guy at the plate now, Kendrys Morales. Maybe they can break it open here.
Jason Bay with his second RBI. Inside and low to Morales, who's grounded out to short and struck out. A 9-pitch at bat last time up. Ground rule double single. Then it got a little dicey there with a strikeout and a flyout. And Bay drops one in front of Gentry for a 1-0 Mariners lead. Bouncing ball foul. 1-1. Again, that Morales shift is on with second baseman Kinsler in short right field.
And so far this year, Morales hitting .556 with runners in scoring position. 5 for 9 with a couple of doubles.
Like Wade said, this is the spots he loves. Talking about Morales. They taking his lead. 1-1. That shift really proved to be fruitful as Garcia throws him out. Second time that's after the night, but the Mariners do get an RBI from Bay and lead 1-0.
At 1-0 as we head into the 6th inning. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Before the Texas Rangers were here, the newest member of the AL West was in town, the Houston Astros. They're down in Anaheim now and continuing to wreak havoc on the division. Chris Carter, he had a big series up here. He comes through again tonight. A 2-run shot off of Garrett Richards. The Astros lead it 2-0 in the 6th inning. Guys.
All right. Thank you, Angie, so much for Astros rolling over for everybody.
Well, I think one of the things that you said, and it's so true, is that most of the clubs are going to win 60 ball games this year, and they are one of them too. Yeah, I know they lost 106 and 107, but eventually they were going to win some games. It's going to happen.
Joe Saunders has a 1-0 lead. He's got the bottom of the order. He's got 9, 1, and 2.
Should have a couple of innings left in him. 70 pitches for Joe, 43 strikes.
Leori Garcia to lead it off.
Garcia walked on 4 pitches his first time up.
Garcia basically tagging along with the veteran Jeff Baker. Baker teaching him how to be ready when you're not playing on a regular basis.
It's tough for the younger guys. They get to the big leagues because they were playing every day, and then all of a sudden they have to figure out how to play once a week. It's tough.
Garcia, 22 years old, out of Santiago in the Dominican Republic. Goes the other way. Bay will have to play it on the hop. Base hit. Hey fans, tweet us your favorite plays each game at #RootFanFave. We're going to tabulate the results, present the top 5 fan favorite plays of the week every Sunday on Mariners pregame on Root Sports. Top of the order, Ian Kinsler, who's 0 for 2. First career hit for Leori Garcia.
Well, this is the guy that Joe has to be careful with. Kinsler coming into the game, .417 average with 4 home runs off of Saunders.
Outside. Chance for 2. Rushed it.
You don't see that very often.
E6 on Ryan.
It's like a fairly routine ground ball. Brennan just catches it off the heel of his hand there. That'll be an error.
2 on here for Texas. Now he's got to shake it off and get the next one. First error of the season for Ryan. Fielding Bible Award, top defensive shortstop. Finalist for Gold Glove last year. Brendan Reiner's another fine shortstop. Elvis Andrus, he's DHing tonight.
Probably dropping down a bunt here.
So we've seen in the past, he is a good bunter. A little bit later in the ball game, up here in the booth, Hall of Famer Lou Brock's going to join us. Mariners in at the corners. Bunts through. Diving back safely at second is Garcia.
Kyle Seager putting the bump play on, making sure his pitcher Joe Saunders knows where he's going and what he's going to do. Tougher plays for a third baseman. You have to read the bunt, make a decision right away whether you're going to come in and get it or give the pitcher a chance to get the lead runner at third.
Showing bunt early, and it sets down a beauty. Saunders will throw to first. Sacrifice executed by Elvis Andrus. Sacrifice 1-4. Moves the runners up, 1 down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. So the sacrifice gets Garcia to third. Down to second, Kinsler. Here's Adrian Beltre. 0 for 2 with a tapper back to Saunders and a fly to center. There's the 1-0. Outstanding work there by Shopik. 2-0.
Well, Joe trying to protect a 1-run lead. He has first base open. I think he's going to make Adrian hit his pitch. Beltre struggling so far early with runners in scoring position, just 1 for 14. Now they're just going to put him on. Going to get the force out at home plate, or maybe turn a double play with Cruz waiting on deck.
Bases loaded. Coming up with this intentional walk. Beltre, and that's the second walk issued by Mr. Joe Saunders. There's a dangerous man, Nelson Cruz.
Yeah, it was a base hit. He was grounded out to short.
Mariners lead on an RBI back in the 5th inning by Jason Bay. Popped up, out of play. Tough spot for Saunders and the Mariners. 1 out, bases loaded. Off speed pitch misses. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Bases filled with Rangers. Pitch to Cruz. Broken bat, right field. Goes foul. The bat went rather far. At least some of it did. 1-2.
Hit it off the end of the bat. You can see the cup there in the end, and when that happens, typically they will shatter. This pitch, good fastball, 2-seamer off the plate away. You take a look at the swing by Cruz in our McDonald's Supermo and watch the barrel go out towards Saunders.
He kept a close eye on that baby. Joe Saunders did his college pitching at VPI, Virginia Tech. Big spot here in the game for Saunders. 1 out, bases loaded. Garcia at third, Kinsler at second, Beltre at first. 1-2 to Cruz. Just down low, 2-2. Shopik to go through the signs one more time. 2-2 count to Cruz straight away. Deep. Do it again. Actually, Chavez about five steps towards right center. Get Garcia, he's at third. You got Kinsler at second. Adrian Beltre, he's at first.
And so far, Joe's just pitched him away. He's trying to get him to roll over on a pitch, maybe get a double play ball and get out of the inning.
A.J. Brzezinski's on deck. The 2-2 to Cruz. Did not bite. Full count.
Make a pitch here. I don't think he wants to give in to him. Maybe try to throw his two-seamer on the outside corner and keep it down, or come back with a changeup. See all those pitches down in the zone.
Something's got to give. 3-2 to Cruz. Broken bat. Smoke had it. They'll get one there. They got Kinsler between second and third. The run did score. Run did score. It's an unusual looking double play to say the least. Scores tied at 1-1 here at Safeco Field. The Rangers score a run on this double play. Look at this.
Well, you take a look at it. It's another broken bat. And it's a line drive right back to Justin Smoak. Adrian Beltre at first starts to go back. That's a clear view for Justin. Now, let me tell you who did something right here when typically it doesn't happen, and that is Nelson Cruz. Continued to run hard. So Justin drops the ball, and then he's going to pick it up. As you see, all the runners retreating, goes right to second base. But Cruz, no chance to turn a double play there. They try to go back and they get the runner in the rundown. And by that point, you can see the runner, Garcia, scoring the run. I wonder if Justin had to do it over again after he dropped it, which I'm sure it surprised him. If he'd have picked it up and thrown the ball to home first, and then maybe they would have been able to get out of that inning. But I think I have to give Nelson Cruz a lot of credit for running hard the whole way, because when Justin picked it up and fired it to second, if Cruz, because what happens a lot of times when you hit a line drive like that, Dave, you start off with the first two steps and you see it right at the player and you shut it down.
Absolutely.
And that wasn't the case. Cruz ran hard the whole way and he runs well, and that's the reason why they weren't able to turn the double play on the force so that the run wouldn't score. But once they get the runner in the rundown, he did his job too, stayed in it long enough so that Garcia could cross the plate before he was tagged out.
So Raul Ibanez, the hitter, he's got a 1-2 count. And he pops it up left field. David Murphy settles under it. And it is a pleasure to welcome back here to Safeco Field Hall of Famer Lou Brock. Good to see you, Lou. We met a couple last year. Good to see you again. How are you?
Yeah, good to see you again.
What brings you to Seattle?
Actually, it's the St. Hannibal function. I came to speak at the convention center today for the American Diabetes Association, and got a chance to come into the ballpark and see my good friend Brendan Ryan.
That's right, from St. Louis. He came up through that organization, absolutely.
Yes, he did.
And we're thrilled to have him, let me tell you.
Yeah, he's quite a guy. I used to kid him all the time that you must walk on the wild side to make the big leagues. And I'd be darned if he didn't do it.
He almost does it every day, by the way.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer Lou Brock with us in the booth. 3,023 hits, 938 stolen bases, career batting average 293, 19 years. Big years stolen bases, 1974, 118 stolen bases. A great career. And I'm old enough, every time I think of you, I think of Ernie Broglio. How can I not?
Wow, that was a name from the past. And Ernie was a pretty good pitcher.
He was a good pitcher.
People don't realize that he won in 3 games nearly 60 games for the Cardinals. I think his dilemma was that Ernie never saw a drink he didn't like.
Lou Brock was with the Cubs, Ernie Broglio with the Cardinals. About, what, 1961 they made the trade?
64. Yeah, I came into baseball in 1961 as a kid with 2 left feet. And by the time I learned to play baseball, I was traded to the Cardinals.
Well, I can remember, the 64 club, you guys beat the Yankees in that World Series. That was a great series, too.
Yeah, well, it's one of those seasons whereby at the last day of the season, they had 4 ball clubs capable of playing in the World Series. And we were playing the Mets. San Francisco had a shot at it. Cincinnati had a shot at it.
Philly
Philadelphia had a shot at it. We walked away by beating the Mets that day and winning the championship, and later faced the Yankees.
There's smoke up the middle. Garcia throws him out. 2 down. Have you seen the new Jackie Robinson film, 42? Have you seen it yet?
I just left Kansas City where the premiere was, and Thursday night, and got a chance to look at the film. All the actors were there, and I must say Harrison Ford played a role with Prince Ricky that you got to see it. I had never seen a person on film be committed to play the part where he is the compassion that he had for and was a man with a mission. And the kid who played Jackie Robinson actually carried out that mission.
Chadwick Boseman, I understand he did a fine job.
They did.
And he's an athlete, too.
Yeah. That's the good part about it. But I've seen a lot of movies where actors playing the role. They really does and have done poor job in baseball, as you well know.
Right.
It's hard to emulate baseball, but these actors, they really did.
That's what I heard. I heard they did an excellent job of that.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to meet Jackie as you were coming up? Because he was still very much around. He was out of baseball by the time you got to the Cardinals.
I actually met him in the 1968 World Series, Game 5. Rain delayed. I was in the on-deck circuit with the bases loaded. They put the cover on the field, and I stood up and turned around and looked, and there was Jackie Robinson sitting on the rail.
Wow.
Very near, and he and Hubert Humphrey. I walked over and asked, which one of you guys want to pinch hit for me? And they chuckled, and when the game resumed, he wound up hitting a base-loaded triple. So after that, they thought I was a great guy with a bat.
There's a base hit to right off the bat of Kyle Seager.
So I got to know them, and I also felt the passion of Jackie Robinson, who was a man-driven, and as well, he was a spokesperson for people. He was a spokesperson for an era in American social, political activities, and I must say he was the right man chosen for the job.
Lou Brock with us in the booth here, Hall of Famer. Spent the bulk of his career with the St. Louis Cardinals. World champion in 64 and 67. Got to the World Series. Tough break in 68 against Detroit. As we look at Kelly Shoppett coming off a ground rule double. And a fly out to center back in the 2nd inning. What's your best moment in your career? You had a great career, Lou.
I think the best moment from a single-handed, where you're talking about milestone, may have been 3,000 hits. That was a special moment for me, simply because it sort of defined me in a way. I came into baseball as a 4-2 player, just so I could do everything. And then suddenly I get pigeoned into this thing as a base runner. And
can't imagine why.
I don't know either.
I got to admit, though, I didn't see it. I wasn't there, but I've heard millions of stories about you're one of the few guys that hit a home run straight away center field at the old Polo Grounds. That's a poke.
I had some power, and as a member of Southern University, Baton Rouge, I also became a member of the United States Olympic Committee. So I was selected to be on the Olympic Committee by the committee, because I hit about 545 that year. And so I didn't know what a stolen base was. So I got to the big league, and they said, well, all the things you can do, we got guys who can hit home runs, but we have nobody to run bases. So would you do it? I protested, and they said, well, you want to stay in the big leagues? Of course. Then you would steal bases. So the next question is, how do you steal a base?
Well, that's amazing. When you think, I heard Dave earlier talking about you stealing 118 bases, and that's an amazing feat. But I have to wonder, at the end of that season, did you go to the Bahamas for a while? Because I know they had to be throwing over at first a lot. You were in the dirt a lot that year.
I was in the dirt a lot, but I also had developed and was able to read pitcher to the degree that I used to say there wasn't a pitcher on the mound that could make me dive back to first base unless I wanted to. So I had developed a short lead and a short walking lead, so therefore I didn't dive back to first base a lot. And one of the reasons is, as you know, big first basemen play first base. When they pound on it, yeah, you do have to go to the Bahamas.
Put that tag on you.
That's right.
Catch the ball, slap it down hard.
Yeah, so I decided to trade off that to a guy at second base, let him tag me.
That didn't happen often.
Well, they tagged you, but it was a gentleman tag. They always got out of the way of the spikes, and they sort of reached in. So that was better than being pounded by the first baseman.
And you were always a guy that did the pop-up slide in the second. You weren't a head-first slider like Ricky Henderson was in his career.
Yeah, I think head-first slide are allowed by the defense. You play third base, you know full of when a guy dives head first. The best way to deter that is to put your knee down, and you get banged up pretty good. And feet first to come in, and they sort of respect that, and they get out of the way. Players stopped making hard tags right around 1976, 77. And by that time, head first became the way to slide.
3-2 here to Kelly Shopik. And here's some of the numbers put up by Lou Brock in his career from 1961 to 1979. 2,616 games, 293, 149 home runs, and 900 RBIs. Member of the Hall of Fame. And boy, you played with some great players, and one of my all-time favorites, Robert Gibson.
Yeah, Bob just had both knees operated on. He was in St. Louis the other night. In fact, last night we had a promotion at the ballpark. And by the way, he enjoyed it because the pitcher threw a shutout.
And let me guess, he got it done in about 2 hours and 15 minutes, right?
We laugh about that. Bob used to say, I'm only going to be out here an hour and 59 minutes, you guys, and the rest is up to you because I'm going home. And an hour and 59 minutes, the game was over. So that's how fast the games were at that time.
That's a beautiful thing. Who was your favorite? Who were some of your favorite guys to play against? Because you played in a fabulous, fabulous era of Major League Baseball.
Well, you had the guys who could make you sweat. You know, the Jenny Benches of the world. If you play in left field, he come to bat, you had to sweat in left field. But anybody like Hank Aaron and all those kind of guys, they could make you sweat. And then there was a guy you compete against that they couldn't make you sweat, but it was always fighting for who would get the most hit and that kind of thing. Pete Rose and I used to have a little club challenging each other for the most hits. By the time he got to 2,700 of the head, Pete got traded to Philadelphia. I stayed in St. Louis. And as a consequence, St. Louis, I wasn't playing every day. Pete played every day. He sent me telegrams every day.
I know he did.
Yeah. And he used to say, "Catch me now."
Typical Pete. That is
Yeah,
Pete.
he was competitive. Still is.
Yeah, Pete will give you the needle hard, too, boy.
Right. Yeah.
Do you travel quite a bit still?
I do. I am also a spring training instructor for the Cardinals for the last 16 years. So I see a lot of players and a lot of the kids in the dugout. Today, they all age 24, 25. They look like my grandkids. They talk like my grandkids. And they ask me a question like, when you played, was the ball white?
Oh, that's not right.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah, they do things like that. So,
Who's the guy if you had to put down your hard-earned cash right now, who would you go pay to see in the major leagues right now?
I still would pay Albert Pujols. I saw him come up, and I worked with him a little bit. When I say work with him as a Cardinal instructor.
Right.
And the way he is capable of scrutinizing a pitch, that I don't know whether he lost any of that or not, but we were talking about it tonight, that when a hitter looks at a pitch, can he accurately predict its location when he gets to home plate? Pete Rose is very good at it. Clemente, and in our era today, I think Pujols does it as well as anyone.
Well, if you're going to put him in that same sentence with Clemente, that's that's great praise. Great praise.
Well, he can swing a bat, and
Yes, sir.
they all had that ability to wait to the last minute and be able to accurately predict the location of the pitch. You know what it was about, right? When you hit it.
For about a month and a half every year, I was in that area.
He was in
but that
area.
was about it. Yeah.
But, once you can get it, we all could do it for a while.
Right.
But
Hang
how
on to
long
it.
could it last? He just reminded me there was moments that you could do that for a week. And then in the following week, though, you had no idea what it was.
Yeah, I was fortunate playing here in Seattle. Edgar Martinez could do that. Once he was there, he could hang on to it for a long time.
Long time. And that's a trademark of a good player and a guy with tremendous concentration, as you well know. We look at a pitch and we determine what it is by the spin of the ball. Now the question mark is, can I wait? Can I predict its location? If so, I should be able to hit it hard.
Right.
Lou Brock with us, Hall of Famer. Of all the great pitchers in your era, give me a top-class pitcher that you hit well against.
Don Drysdale, wow, Marty Shaw, and Jim Barnett.
You hit those guys.
Yeah. Who did I not hit? The rest of us.
That's not bad. Bunny, Marisol, and Drysdale, you hit them. Man, all three of them Hall of Famers.
Yeah, somewhere along the line, there are pitches, when they release the ball, you can see it real well. There was a guy named Baylor Moore.
Yeah.
Pitched for Montreal. I could not follow his pitches. Seemed as though every time he released the ball was in my face. And so I never had a good swing at him at all. And as you know, as a hitter, the whole idea is to get a good swing.
Here's a good swing off the bat of Ackley. Going back is Cruz, though. It stays in the yard. Wow. And that'll do it. Lou Brock, our guest. Lou, Hall of Famer. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you very much.
God
Enjoyed
bless.
talking to you. Yeah.
Lou
Keep it
Brock.
going.
It's a great baseball conversation with the pride of St. Louis. Lou Brock, 1-1 ball game.
Captain Morgan. Raise your glass always in moderation to life, love, and loot. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. And tomorrow, our pitching matchup is interesting. We have the neonate versus the neophyte. Nick Tepesch makes his second Major League start, while Brandon Maurer makes his third Major League start. Tepesch already has his first Major League win. Of course, Brandon is after his. I imagine Jesus Montero will catch the day game after the night game, guys. I don't think Raul Ibanez will catch, but you never know, because today is the 14-year anniversary of Raul's only MLB appearance as a catcher. He caught 4 innings against these very Rangers in a 15-6 loss back in the Kingdom.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. That was an absolute thrill having Hall of Famer Lou Brock in the booth with us, and we got lucky. We didn't get one of those 5-pitch, 3-out innings.
No, we had a chance to let him speak a little bit and tell some stories. I have to tell you, probably this is going into one of my highlights, that Lou Brock came in here and actually knew that I was a third baseman.
Amen, brother.
That was pretty cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
He was fun to talk to. What a nice man.
I just love the fact the guys you own try to steal Marisol and Bunny.
Well, and I think to your point, too, a lot of people forget. I mean, we're talking 3,000 hits. Everybody wants to talk about the stolen bases, as they should, for good reason, but what a player.
Saunders throws out Brzezinski. That is the 1, 2, 3, third comebacker for Joe tonight. One out here in the 7th. Mariners had a pretty good threat in the home 6th. Left 2 men on. They've left 2, 4, 6, 7 men on.
Yeah, unfortunately, it came with a couple of outs. And the base hit by Kyle, and then Shopik with the walk with 2 outs. Carter Capps getting loose in the bullpen for the Mariners. 91 pitches now for Joe Saunders.
There's Jeff Baker, 1 for 2, fly to right, and a single to center. Carter Capps warming up. Next time you get a chance, you go online and call up a video or photo of the old Polo Grounds. And it's true. Lou Brock hit one there. That's, where Mays made the catch, 400 plus feet away. And Lou Brock.
And that's a high wall out there.
Yeah, it was a very high wall. Lou Brock and about 3 other guys put one in there. I think Hammer put one in there. Not many. And you got to talk about it. Curtis has a good point. He had 150 home runs when that mound was a lot higher. They didn't lower the mound to 69 after the great 68 season when Mr. Gibson put up the 1.12 ERA. And a whole bunch of other guys had great ERAs. That mound had to have been another 6, 7 inches higher than it is now.
It's quite a bit higher, yes.
They really were coming downhill. 2-2 to Baker. Not like he broke his back. Ackley gets under.
That had to be scary. Bob Gibson standing out there, add another 6 inches to him.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I love the consistency of the story. I'll tell you in a second, it may not be November, but it's time to vote. Vote for your favorite Mariners t-shirt, that is. Tuesday, April 30th. First 5,000 fans through the gate pick up a specially designed Mariners t-shirt. It's decided on by you, the fans. To cast your vote for your favorite design, visit mariners.com/shirt. Voting ends Tuesday at noon.
Oh, that hot.
Sure was. Saunders there, and that'll do it. Oh, Saunders, nice work. Through 7 in a 1-1 ball game. Take another look at this one. As a smoking fabulous position, and boy, this gets the grill out of the way but keeps the body in front of it.
Please rise and join us at
As we salute members of the United States Armed Forces here at Safeco Field in Seattle. Glad you're with us for the Mariners' 7th inning stretch. Being brought to you by Washington's Lottery. Want more chances to win some cash? Buy a $5 Mega Millions ticket with a $5 Mega Plier and receive a voucher for a chance to win one of $5,000 prizes each week. Play bonus play from Washington's Lottery today. Visit WALottery.com for details. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers. Good crowd on hand, 23,461, a 1-1 ball game. And we were graced by the presence of Hall of Famer Lou Brock. What I was going to say, he tells the same story a lot of guys that Rod Crew told me last year, and anytime you get to Gibson, at the line Gibson give him all the time. I'm here for an hour 59. I get that covered. You got to take care of the rest.
He wasn't lying.
No, he wasn't.
Joe Ortiz will take over for the Rangers. He's already pitched in the series, has a good arm. Fastball will be 93, 94 miles an hour. So the Mariners hopefully score a run off of them. What a great pitching it's been tonight. Joe Saunders has been outstanding.
Really good work by Joe's. This one hit on the ground. Garcia throws out the Mariners shortstop. One down. Brendan Ryan's retired. One out here in the home 7th. MLB.TV. MLB at Bat. It's the #1 source for live baseball everywhere you go. Available on iPhone, iPad, Android, and BlackBerry 10. That Bat's going to deliver Mariners baseball with live audio, pitch tracking, stats, news, highlights, and more. You text at Bat to 31826 or visit Mariners.com for details. Top of the order, Andy Chavez. Ortiz, we saw him Thursday in the 4-3 Texas win. He went 2 scoreless innings and struck out 2.
Mariners tonight 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position.
Gentry is waiting for it. He's coming in and he's making the catch. Quick 2 outs.
They have the Rangers 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. That's how good Joe Saunders has been tonight.
Sure.
Jason Bay is the one that came up with the big hit for the Mariners to drive in their run. Now Joe's hoping that he hits one out of the ballpark. Bay has a home run on the homestand.
Looks at strike 1 from Ortiz. Strikeout, line out to left, and an RBI single. Joe Ortiz, the pitcher, 22 years old, out of Caracas, Venezuela. Bounces that one up there, 2-1. Joe 5'7", 175. First year in the bigs, been in the pro rank since 07. Undrafted free agent pickup, August of 06. 5'7", 175.
Looks like Joe's night is done. Did his job. Carter Capps back up and throwing again in the Mariners pen.
Line drive, base hit. 2 outs here in the 7th. Back-to-back hits from Jason Bay.
Looks like he's able to stay on a changeup this time. 84-mile-an-hour changeup away from him. Hooks it into left field. Solid base hit. Bring up Kendrys Morales. Morales in the game 0 for 3, has ground out to short a couple of times and has a strikeout swing.
So Cap's ready. 2 down here in the 7th. Morales will bat right-handed for the first time this evening. Right to Garcia. Short way to Kinsler. Inning over. 8th inning coming up. A lot of good pitching here tonight at Safeco Field. Carter Cap's going to take over for the Mariners. Performance at Safeco Field by Joe Saunders.
7 innings pitched for Joe, 3 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. A rare miscue by Brendan Ryan. And then it was 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 98 pitches, 59 of those for strikes.
Sterling Bank, nobody works harder for you. It's good luck at Saunders. And actually had about 3 comebackers here tonight, Mike.
He did a great job fielding his position. Here's a double play that he was able to get earlier in the game. I think the main thing is he was really doing a great job of keeping the ball down. Not even that pitch inside down under the hands of A.J. Pierzynski. Yeah, he had a few strikeouts, but more importantly, keeping the ball on the ground and in the ballpark.
Carter Capps, first pitch. Craig Gentry down low. Ball 1. Gentry, Garcia, and Kinsler. 891 for Texas. Inside. 2-0.
Want to keep Gentry off the bases. One of the faster runners in the American League.
2-1. Carter Capps got a 2-2 count to Gentry. Gentry tonight rounding out the first and a strikeout looking at the hands of Joe Saunders. Capps. It is not a dessert topping. No. For right-handers.
He's not. Certainly is aware of the fact he wants to keep Gentry off the bases. 5 pitches, all of them fastballs. He fell behind 2-0, was able to work his way back into the count.
Missed by much.
Good pitch on the outside corner. Didn't get the call. This is his best fastball, too, at 97 miles an hour. See on the tracer, that pitch right on the corner.
Clint Fagan has balls and strikes tonight. Three-two pitch. Lost it. Leadoff walk brings up Garcia. Fences have come in here at Safeco Field, and there's a new group space located just beyond the center field wall. The new Power Alley at the Pen guarantees your group a front row view. Your first 2 drinks and catering service all game long. Experience the Pen like never before when you book your group with a Power Alley at the Pen at mariners.com/group. Switch hitter Garcia. Swinging lefty against Capps.
Well, he's going to drop a bunt down. Kyle Seager playing in on the grass. Number 9 hitter for the Rangers. They'll try to get Gentry in scoring position. This is a pretty good combo, I think, to try hit and run.
Sure enough, great speed. Garcia had 9 sacrifices at Frisco last year. AAA farm club for these Rangers. 2008 through 2012 as a minor leaguer, he laid down 38 sacrifice bunts. Ball 1. Jackie Moore, the bench coach, Ron Washington, 7th year as manager of the Texas Rangers. Runner goes. Swung on. over the head of Caps. Ryan has the field. Throws him out. Gentry down to second as Garcia gets the job done.
That was a little bit of a break. Gentry had a big jump at first. I'm not sure that Kelly Shopik, even though it would have been a good pitch for him to throw, would have had a chance to get Gentry. So they end up getting an out, even though Gentry makes it to second.
Top of the order, the dangerous Ian Kinsler. Reached on a rare error, first error of the season, by Brendan Ryan back in the 6th. Rick Warren to Ian. Gentry back. Big spot for Caps. Kinsler, you got Andrus, Beltre, Cruz. Next few hitters.
Looking at the Mariners scouting report, they expect Kinsler to pull the ball, so it makes it a little bit easier for Ackley to keep Gentry close to second. He's already playing up the middle, a couple of sliders now for Carter.
Counts at 1-1.
Missed with that one. Oliver Perez, the left-hander, getting loose in the Mariner pen now. Sure, he's getting ready for A.J. Pierzynski.
There's a 1-1 to Kinsler. Sliced into the crowd, 1-2. Oliver Perez getting ready. Pitch to Kinsler, fouled off again.
Another good fastball by Carter. 97 miles an hour. You can see 3 of those pitches in the middle of the plate.
Mariners got their run in the 5th, an RBI by Jason Bay. And a fielder's choice RBI for Nelson Cruz in the 6th. There's your 1-1 score. Popped it up. Going back is Ackley. Big out. 2 down here in the 8th. The runner at second, 2 outs. Here's Elvis Andrus, who is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt back in the 6th.
Mariners swing their infield around to the right side. They expect Andrus to hit the ball the other way. I suspect that is true with Carter's fastball. He's going to have a tough time catching up to it, but he hits it, he'll hit it to the right side, I think.
First pitch to Elvis. Vicious foul ball. I hope everybody caught it. All right. Nice.
Saves the people over there.
You got that right.
Good fastball from Carter. Caps 98 miles an hour, and as we thought, Andrus late.
Runner at second. Gentry, probably easily one of the top 5 fastest guys in the American League. The other way, that will get fair. Scoring easily, Gentry, 2-1 Texas. RBI for Andrews, his 7th. Gentry scored quite easily.
Well, they had the defense set right. Andrews figuring he was going to hit it the other way, which is what he does. Unfortunately, inside out swing and dumps it down the right field line. No chance for Bay to get to it.
So a 2-1 lead now for Texas. 2 outs here in the 8th. Brings up Adrian Beltre. Intentionally walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2. Gentry talking with Ron Washington. Gentry and Leonise Martin tuning that center field spot. Wash loves the fact that Gentry can fly. Why wouldn't you? Trying to get him to bunt some more.
It's amazing how it works sometimes, Dave. I think Clint Fagan for the most part has been good tonight, but the one pitch he missed that cost the Mariners so far is the pitch that Gentry would have been strike 3. Instead, he calls it a ball and then he walks him on the next pitch. That's tough.
Runner goes, gets through, shopping. Elvis will continue on the 3rd, and he's going to make it standing up. So stolen base, wild pitch. So now more trouble for the Mariners. 2-0 count to Beltre, their 3-hole hitter.
Not much Kelly can do on this one. You don't expect a major league pitcher to throw a fastball that wide. You can see Andrews running on the pitch. I think maybe because Beltre knew that Andrews was going to steal, you could see him stepping out early. I'm not sure if that caught the eye of Carter Capps and threw him off, and that's the reason why I ended up throwing it to the backstop. But Beltre was getting out of the way real early.
I absolutely buy that. And you could see him. I mean, he had no intention of swinging.
No, he was backing out before Carter was even starting towards home.
2-1. And now a 3-1 lead as Beltre comes up big with a base hit on a 2-1 pitch. And now a 2-run advantage for the Texas Rangers. That's RBI number 4 for Beltre, his first hit tonight.
And the Rangers now 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Carl Willis, the pitching coach, is going to come out and have a conversation with Carter Capps. Take a look at it, 96 miles an hour, and Adrian Beltre can still turn on a good fastball. Hits it hard in the left field. So many times you think of the Rangers and it's the power. Well, it's been the speed in this inning with Gentry and Andrews causing some problems.
Andrews and Beltre RBIs tonight. Gentry got it going with a leadoff walk. Was on the move when Garcia put it in play. A ground out to short, got Gentry to second. After Kinsler popped out, Elvis brought him home with a base hit to right.
Eric Wedge making sure that Oliver Perez is ready to go in the bullpen. Again, A.J. Przinsky coming out on deck. So this will be the last hitter for Carter Capps.
Ball 1 to Nelson Cruz. The bases loaded, 1 out. Last time he was up, he had a line drive to Smoke. He dropped it. Mariners were able to get a double play, but in the process, the run scored. That tied it at 1-1. Goes back in the top of the 6th.
One of the things that we've seen from Carter early is really good command of his slider. He doesn't have that tonight. Tonight he's missed off the plate by a pretty good margin to where the hitters aren't offering at it at all. sitting on the fastball.
Two.
Done a good job with 2 outs. 2 of the 3 runs scored with 2 outs tonight.
Foul up, 2-2. Caps delivers 2-2. Full count. Running on deck, A.J. Przinsky.
Carter's had to throw a lot of pitches in this inning. 26 pitches for Carter Caps.
Runner goes. Weak wave. Cruz is gone. Damage done, though. RBIs by Anderson, Beltre. And a 1-1 tie is broken. Texas now leads 3-1.
Back, and they don't have a whole lot of time to do it. Hi everybody, Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Meantime, we continue to look at the up-and-comers. Tacoma opened their season last night. Jackson Generals were back at it today, and they beat the Montgomery Biscuits 10-9 the final score. Brad Miller, this guy's been so impressive. But just to give you guys an idea of how good he's been, he's 0 for 5 and he's still hitting 400. I wish. All right, guys, back to you.
Brad Miller, impressive young man. We saw him a lot in spring training. He was outstanding, and if we were to see him maybe later on this year, certainly next year, it's not going to surprise me at all.
No, and he was a shortstop by trade, but we had a chance to see him play some second, play some third, played good defense, runs well.
Raul, Justin Smoke, Kyle Seager here in the 8th. Mitch Moreland takes over at first for Jeff Baker. Joe Ortiz continues on here in the 8th. Raul tonight ground out to second. Took Cruz to the track in deep right center field and flied out to left. Just outside, 2-1.
It's like Tanner Shepard's the hard-throwing right-hander getting loose in the pen for the Rangers.
Slicing drive left field. Murphy puts it away. 1 out.
There's Tanner. I've seen him in the series. Tall kid, throws hard.
Tanner pitched in game number 1 of this series, 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, walked one, and struck out one.
Looks like he's getting ready for maybe Kelly Shopping. The switch hitting smoke, and it's Kyle Seager, the lefty, the right-handed hitting Shopping.
One for 3 night for Smoke. Base hit to right in the second, fly to center, ground out to short. One and one. Strike 2. Three runs, 5 hits, no errors for Texas. Mariners a run on 7 hits and 1 error. Right at Beltre, 2 down. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Catch new episodes of Mariners All Access every Sunday throughout the season prior to Mariners pregame show. Get exclusive sights and sounds from the week's plays on the field. And if you miss Sunday's episode, tune in for re-airs throughout the week on Root Sports. For your local programming schedule, visit rootsports.com. Kyle Seager got a base hit to right field back in the 6th when we were talking to our visitor, Hall of Famer Lou Brock, here in the booth. One to Kyle. Walk, strikeout, and a hit tonight. Oliver Perez staying ready.
Three lefty for the Rangers coming up in the 9th inning. Pierzynski, Moreland, and Murphy.
Able to hold up. Seager battling Joe Ortiz. Got his first win on Thursday. Beltre might have a play. He does. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 8th. 9th inning coming up. Time running short. A 3-1 Texas lead. Right here at Safeco Field. Festive night, 23,461 on hand. Mariners down by 2. Oliver Perez is on now. He needs to hang up a 0 here against Texas in the 9th inning.
6th appearance for Perez. He's pitched well, a 1.69 ERA, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. Fastball, low to mid 90s. Also throw a slider. And as you can see, a changeup.
First hitter is A.J. Brzezinski. A.J. tonight's bounced into a double play, struck out, tapped back to the pitcher. Big sweeping breaking ball on chip. Joe Nathan warming up for the Texas Rangers, their closer. Time to weak wave at it. Frustrated Brzezinski. He's gone immediately. 1 out. Here in the 9th. Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. First appearance tonight, Mitch Moreland. Moreland, slow start, dangerous power hitter. Strike 1. One. There's Joe Nathan.
One of the best in the business, has been doing it for a long time.
Picked up his 3rd save on Thursday in the Texas 4-3 win in the series opener. Mariners won last night 3-1. Two and 1. Fouled off. 2-2. 1 out. Nobody on.
Let's see if he comes back with a slider here. He was able to put Brzezinski away with a weak swing on a slider off the plate away. And try it again.
Fist.
Quick pitch him with a fastball.
Tell you what, he throws a lot of stuff at you. Arms, elbows, tempo.
He has some gamesmanship, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He'll drop down too, change arm angles on you. That was a quick pitch.
I like the quick pitch. Because it sometimes gives you the real dramatic turn. 2-2. Full count to Moreland. David Murphy's on deck, another left-handed swinger. Pitch to Moreland. Popped up. Ryan going back. He's got it. 2 outs. Bring up David Murphy. He's 0 for 3. Perez, 1 more out. He will have completed his job successfully here in the top of the 9th. center field for Chavez. So a good outing for Oliver Perez. Time to go to work here for the Mariners, playing with their last 3 outs. They need to get something going with Kelly Shepard, Dustin Ackley, and Brendan Ryan to get it going. Of a 4-game series. Time to look at our money tree in time play. And here's Elvis Andrus. Look at this. Takes advantage of a little drop shot in front of Bay, and that scores Gentry easily from second base. And that was the go-ahead run. That was back in the 8th inning.
And then Andrus would come around and score on a base hit from Beltray to make it a 3-1 ball game. Joe Nathan going to take over. This will be his 6th appearance, 3 for 3 in save opportunities, a 1.80 ERA for him. He's pitched 5 innings, 6 strikeouts, walked 1 batter. Opponent's average just 167.
Kelly Shepard to lead it off. 1 for 2, a run scored, and a walk.
On the bench for Eric Wedge, Gutierrez, Montero, and Andino. Morris is over there, but he probably won't see any action until Tuesday, would be my guess.
I would think that'd be the earliest. We're up to him to play tomorrow. Here's one run by Moreland. Good effort. Comes up empty, strike 1. Good relief work. The Texas Rangers tonight. Robbie Ross, an inning, 1 hit. Joe Ortiz, 2 innings, 1 hit. Seven, 8, 9. There's Michael Morse, hoping to be back as soon as possible. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Sore legs for Goody kept him out of tonight's lineup. There's Felix Hernandez on your left. Here's the 0-2. Mariners trying to get something going here. Nathan, a veteran of the big league wars dating back to 1999. Giants, with the Giants, 99-03. Minnesota starting in 04. That pitch just misses. Krasinski wanted that one. He's with Minnesota from 04 to 2011 last year with Texas. Don't forget they didn't pitch in 2010. Tommy John surgery. Two and 2 here to Shepard. So breaking ball gets him 1 out. Good pitch, quality pitch.
After a couple of fastballs away, you see that drop on that last pitch, 79 miles an hour. Kelly out in front of it.
Brings up Dustin Ackley. 1 for 3 tonight. Just his 4th hit of the young season. Garcia right there. Quick hands, strong arm, 2 outs.
It was a good play by Garcia. Kind of an in-between hop. Had to give a little bit of ground and almost caught it behind him. Not an easy hop. Haven't seen him before. He's been impressive tonight.
Yep. Play second, third, or short. Primary position, shortstop. You can see why. Last hope here for the Mariners, down 3-1. Ryan pops one up. Taking a look is Brzezinski right near Mariner dugout. No play. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball popped up. This will do it. Beltre's got it. He's there, and the Rangers win it 3-1. They now lead this series 2-1. Back-to-back 3-1 games. Only this time the Rangers win it, and they got a couple of big hits in the 8th inning late against the Mariners bullpen to pull off this victory to go to 8-4. The Mariners drop to 5-8. It all happens in 2 hours and 55 minutes.
Always stings a little bit more a wasted pitching performance by Joe Saunders. He was terrific tonight. 7 innings pitched, gave up just 3 hits. 1 run. It was an unearned run. So Saunders really pitched well, but in the end the Mariners can't score any runs for him, so they'll lose this one 3-1. Come back tomorrow with a day game.
Joe more than earned his keep, that is for sure. Tough one for the boys tonight. That'll do it for us. We send you out to center field. Brett Adam and Dave Valley.
All right, gentlemen, as I mentioned, Val, Mariners take a 3-1 last night. Rangers take it 3-1 tonight. Mariners' approach at the plate seems to be working as far as getting starters out. You know, Gano only goes 5. Darvish out yesterday after 6. So they're making them work. They're fouling off. They're having good ABs. Eventually, we're going to see that translate into hits and runs.
Well, you like to hope that that's going to be the case with Ogando. And he threw over 90 pitches through those 5 innings. So the Mariners were being selected. They just could not come up with the big hits when they need them. And again, Joe Saunders, what a terrific performance by Saunders here at Safeco Field again.
Once again, he's now 7-0 in 11 starts. Much more on Joe Saunders. We'll take a look at that weird play top of the 6th that ended the end and gave the Rangers their first run as they go on to tack on a few more in the 8th inning and win it 3-1. They're up 2-1 in the set. More to get to on the postgame show right here from Safeco Field on Root Sports.